Woosah! Woosah's not working. I'm gonna have another cigarette. See if that helps, but I doubt it will. Oh, I'm fuming. And it's not because, welcome to the Bearded Nomad Van Life. This is just going to be a regular life rant here because, this is the kind of bullshit that everybody and anybody's dealing with. But I'm going to vent because I have to. It's bad enough. I knew I was going to get screwed because I knew that the stimulus money, there was no such thing as free money from our government. I know this. I know the way our corrupt government works. Nothing is free. I know this. I know this shit. So after hearing other people complaining about not getting tax return amounts as they usually do, and knowing that some of the extra tax shit that they put on there from the stimulus is gone now for 2022. And things are going, everything's back to the other tax rate, like the tax credits and all that stuff. Well, they also increased tax rates apparently. Because somehow my $2,900 withheld, I think $2,900, or $2,900 is my federal taxable amount. And then my withholdings is my taxable amount was 27 or something, and then withheld was 29. So right there, that's what my refund is. Holy shit. Okay. That's because the government, the IRS, is going to screw us all and do some bullshit with tax rates to get their money back because the stimulus wasn't free. We're paying it back with interest, and they're taking it right out of our asses. That's exactly what they just did. They're doing it this year for 2022 taxes. Everybody's paying back their money. Except for maybe some of the welfare bums, I don't know. The people living off the system might still be making out probably. I don't hear any of them complaining and crying. I only hear not crying, but I only hear the upsetness. The upset people are all working people. So I don't know if the bums living on the system are getting the shaft. I doubt it. Somehow they'll probably get taken care of, so that way they keep voting the tyrannical folks in. They gotta, that's why they get the free shit for the vote. But that's one part. But then here on the personal level. So fine, I'm gonna get shafted on taxes. I'm not gonna get a big refund. I can accept that, whatever. But then the lady I have the Jackson Hewitt do my federal, state, and local. And my tax lady in there today, nice, lovely lady she was, and I'm not mad at her at all. I even told her that. I said, I guess people holler at you, but it's not your fault. I know whose fault it is, so I'm not going to holler at you. I'm not mad at you. You are just doing your job. But my incompetent company that I work for, when I got hired there, I filled out a W-4. There's a reason you fill out a W-4. But I guess apparently the people that within the company, whoever's in charge of entering all the tax information so that taxes are taken off my paycheck every 2 weeks, someone's incompetent. And they did not put in anything for my local taxes. So nothing was taken off my check all year for local taxes. Now, I didn't sign up to get a pay stub. I just got my ADP app on the phone here. I go in, I see my pay, I see the total taxes. It doesn't break it down for federal. It breaks it down some, but I never noticed anything. I just look at my pay and know what my pay is, and that's it. That's all I care about. Because I expect that the people that I work for in the company, whoever's job it is, I expect them to do their job. They expect me to do mine. I expect them to do theirs. But somebody was incompetent and incapable to do their job and did not put in everything. So there was no local taxes taken out for my local municipality where I reside, where my address is at. Due to this, I owe $370 to the local for my local taxes. And I got a refund of $220. And it cost me $165 out of my pocket right now today to get my taxes done. I'm a little pissed. I think I'm taking a PTO day. Why? Because I can. Yes, I'm sending the text that I'm not coming to work. Boom. Sent to supervisor. There we go. All right. That was easy. The only easy thing today. But yeah, actually, I am feeling under the weather from the FEP, from the fume fever, the toxic metal fume fever that comes from the resin that I ran the last 2 days. But then now also knowing that my company is incompetent. Somebody somewhere. I don't know if it was in-house at my facility or at the corporate level, but somebody dropped the ball. And, well, now they're costing me money. So, you know what? I don't care if another line doesn't get run tonight because I'm not there. Not my problem. Because they're not going to care that they just screwed me over and I owe $370 when I got inspection coming up the end of March and I need full brakes, rotors, calipers, and pads all the way around this van. And they screw me, and now I owe $370 to the local. Yeah. Incompetence. And you know what? It's okay because they'll get theirs in the end. It'll come around full circle. Full circle, it's going to come around. And when it does, bam! Do I feel bad? Will I feel bad? Hell no. Not at all. Um, yep. So now I've got other stuff I got to do, and then figure out how I'm going to come up with the extra, make the extra money to be able to cover all this and get my brakes done and inspection done. Every time I think I'm just going to get ahead, because, we got our quarterly bonus from the last quarter of 2022, and I'm thinking, all right, we got our bonus. I open enrollment, I cut out my health care, so that's more money on my paycheck. And, well, here it goes. Boom. Getting screwed over because of somebody else's incompetence. This is why I like to rely on other people. This is why I'm a nomad. This is why I like to be alone. Because relying on other people does nothing but get me stuck in the ass without lubrication. Because there's always incompetent people that can't do their job and make, and it's simple. They got a job to do. Fucking do it. I go to work and do my job. Back hurts, body hurts, shoulders fucked up, but I keep doing my job, the best I can, push through, make more pain, do more damage. And yet, my company can't even get the everything for my taxes right for my payroll. Payroll can fuck up and not get my taxes right for where I live. How do you not take off any local taxes? They didn't put nothing in? Really? And this ain't the first time. I've heard, plenty of people in that place have issues with their payroll all the time. And I'm like, there's no reason for that. Is that because the person in charge of that working from home in her little she-shed office, playing with her pussy instead of doing her job? I don't know. I have no clue. Is it even her job, or is it somebody in corporate? Should I go to Middletown? I got to go to Middletown, Delaware, and smack somebody around because they're incompetent and stupid and retarded? I don't know. Incompetence. There's total incompetence. The lack of the ability for people in important roles to do their job. And yet the people that, like me, the people that I care about all the little things. I should have that job doing that stuff because I would make sure it's done properly. But I can't have that job because I don't have the right credentials. I don't have a college degree, or I don't have this bullshit, or I don't have a slit between my legs. I got a fucking dinger hanging there with two nuts, so I got to be the hard-working laborer, Let some slit between her legs sitting behind sitting at home. Everybody else is back to work in our company except one person. She gets to work from home yet. She's supposed to be back why not come to work every day? Yeah. All this working from home shit. I've heard so many different things. Comcast has got all their people, their phone people working from home. And there's so many issues I've heard from so many people on cable companies having issues and trying to get things fixed, and nothing happens and nothing gets done. And then they finally go in and they bitch to a supervisor, and there's nothing documented about any of their phone calls because the people on the other end are sitting at home, playing with themselves instead of paying attention to the phone call from the customer. It's a repeating thing. I hear it all the time, different places, different people, different companies. Yeah, get that fucking valve ticking thing away from me. Please, go park somewhere else. You're shitty. Put some oil in the damn thing. They got stuff you can add to your oil to fucking quiet that up. I put stuff in mine to make it run better. Maybe you should try that with your little Toyota. But, you know, I just, yeah. So, and no reply from my boss either. That's amazing. Shouldn't I get a reply like, oh, okay, yeah, no problem. Hope you feel better, because, you know, I do feel like hell from the fume fever. Luckily, it's not bad enough to where I don't feel like I was run over by a truck. This time, it's more just in my head and my sinuses and my throat and a little congestion. At least I don't have the feeling like I got the flu and I don't got the joint muscle body aches. But I still do have my fucked up back and shoulder from work, you know. Because, you know, there's probably easier, better, right ways to remove a screw that is coated in stuff. You got to run stuff through it to push out the material that we ran, and then that stuff, most of it comes out, but there's still some on the screw. But now that makes it tighter in the extruder. Now there's a device that you can attach to the end that uses hydraulics to push the screw out. But that only works on one or two extruders. And even then, it doesn't work because it's a jerry-rigged up piece of shit. You know, instead of having the proper equipment and tools, we've got this half-assed, I don't know if it was originally the real thing, the real deal, but then rebuilt and redone by on-site maintenance, you know, fabricated or made completely to work with our, you know, I don't know, but it doesn't attach, it attaches, but then it don't stay, and then it doesn't work. And now the last time I tried to use it, and then I got told, oh, that doesn't work anymore. It doesn't have enough hydraulic power. Well, why? Is the fluid low? Did the maintenance guy check the fluid in this thing? Is the hydraulic pump going bad? Can we replace the hydraulic pump so it works? No, we can't do that. No, instead, just stick this long rod in there, and it's a homemade hammer rod. How unsafe. You know, and that's one of my big issues, which is why it's not going to be long. I'm not going to be there much longer. I know I'm not. Not at all. Because I am done with half-assed jerry-rigging bullshit. You know, oh, the valve ticks back. Now he wants to park behind me some. Guess he couldn't handle seeing me talk to myself and making the video. But yeah, I can't handle working with incompetence, bullshit, and you know, there are right tools for the job. Many other companies out there, they give you all the proper right tools to do your job. This place, we're supposed to, I guess when I started, you know, I'm supposed to break open these gate nuts to break the gate on the extruder to pull the tooling out with a crescent wrench, with an adjustable wrench. So I had to go buy my own 1.25 inch ratcheting wrench from Home Depot to give me a little more leverage. And even then, you know, it's like, okay, but why did I have to go buy that? You know, those tools should be provided. Then I had to go buy a pin holder for when I'm checking product with these little pins to make sure the ID is the right size. Why did I have to go buy that pin holder? That should be provided by the company to every employee we're running an extruder and working with that. That should have been provided to me. Then everybody's got a caliper. Well, I'm not going and buying a caliper. Those are expensive. Why should I have to? No, that should be supplied by the company. Here's a caliper. Now, if I drop it and break it and, you know, for some stupid reason, then tell me, hey, if you need it replaced, you're going to have to pay part of the cost. But if it just wears out, then we'll give you another one later if you need one. But no. But they do have them, I heard. But I guess you got to stay there years and years and years putting up with the bullshit to be given tools and stuff. You don't get that right away because, you know, they don't want to give it to somebody who's going to leave then. But yet, want me to have to do it the hard way or borrow somebody else's shit, or always have to not have the tools needed available, ready to available to me to have in my possession to do my job. Yeah, that's stupid. So now I've had enough. So today, now because I'm not feeling well, and now with this, the stress and everything else, I definitely don't feel well. So yeah, I just messaged my boss. I'm not coming in today. That's just the way it is. Now I got other stuff to go take care of. So we will go do all that, and then I'm gonna go to the chiropractor tomorrow morning and try to get an adjustment on my back to see if I can ease some of this pain. Yeah. But that's the way that cookie crumbled. Yeah. Work can partly blame me, because I was willing to go to work feeling like hell, like I did yesterday. I was willing to do that. But what did that get me yesterday? That just got me a second day of running the same shit and more heavy lifting and, all that happy shit. And then what did that get me? Oh, well, that got me more fumes and now feeling worse than I did yesterday. Oh, God. Ah. Woo. Ha. 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 Oh, that feels like pinching shooting pain. That I'm really hoping an adjustment from the chiropractor can fix that, because that is not good. And this has been going on for like 2 weeks. Oh my God. So, yeah. So, yep. So I'm going to leave that. I guess I'll end this rant video right there. For those people out there, if you're an employee of a place, it's your job to put in information for proper taxes coming off of payroll. If you're a payroll employee, that's your job. I hope you do it correctly, because the people at my job they didn't, and they're incompetent. Don't be incompetent. Do your job right. If everybody just did their job right and gave a little fuck about it, this world could be a better place. But you know what? I guess all those people that don't really care to do it right, well, I guess if we all stopped caring to do it right, let's see how shitty it can get. Well, actually, I don't care, but then that just leads on to other things, and then, yeah, have fun doing it without me someday here soon. Yeah. When you don't have the guy that gives a damn and willing to come to work when he feels like shit and hurting from his job, or, yeah. Which, hey, I could go through and say, oh, I injured myself at work. I know I can pass a piss test. It ain't because I'm high. So I could pass a drug test. But I've already been down that road. I fucked up my shoulder years ago at a job. Went through the proper channels, workman's comp this shit, went to their doctor. And you know what happened? That doctor said, oh, just go get physical therapy. Oh, you're good. Yeah, there you go. Released. Boom. They're free and clear. Guess what? I've got damage in my shoulder that should have been operated on. And because it wasn't, now I get to live with the consequences of that injury that was not fixed correctly, because workman's comp is out just to fuck you and take care of the companies, because they buy that protection. That's how corporate world works. So, why bother going through it now? No, I won't, because it ain't going to do any good anyhow. But on that note, I got shit to do, other shit to get done today. So I'll catch you all later. Enjoy your day. And if you haven't got your taxes done, have fun when you do. Prepare yourself. Stick some lubrication in the hole. prior to going and getting your taxes done or prior to sitting down at home and doing them. Stick some lubrication in there. Take a little squirt and fill her on up, boys and girls. Because, yeah, if you ain't done it yet, you're going to find out. You're going to get the shaft.